Hello guys, today we talk about a component and their properties. Component is a very important part of design system. Through the component, we can easily make changes in element. It makes consistency throughout the application. And any changes in component will reflect in whole application. So let's dive in on a screen. I am over Figma. Here we can see that already have a button. So before creating a component, let's first create a button. Okay, so I have already created a button. It has only a label, no icon. So for icon, I have a section where four icon already placed there. So just copy and paste here. Okay, adjust the gap, change the icon color. Okay, so this is our button. Now let's move to create component. So in right section we can see here the option is create component. Just click on it. Okay, so here are option properties. Let's click on plus icon. So there are four properties available. First, variant, text, boolean, instance swap. So we talk about one by one. First we start with variant. Click on the variant. Now you can see here there are outline border around the button and it already defined the default value. Okay, so we can define the property like first we want the button type, like one button which have icon and label, second one is only icon. Okay, so we define the name, property name, type. First is default, or you can write icon with label. Okay, duplicate or copy and paste, we have both options, so just select second one. Okay, and here we can see the type and type 2. Okay, so we have already defined type. Okay, so first is icon plus label, second is only icon. Just remove the label and we can hide or delete the label. Okay, so we define the property for type. We can define multiple property. Okay, we have option, we can define the variant, uh, multiple variant and define the property. Like we just only define the type, we can define the size, color and many more. Okay, now next is text. So first of all I will let you know the button text. We can see on the first button, this is static text. Okay, so we have to set the label. So we define the text here. So click on the text, just define the name like label. Value you can define according your preference, like button. You can change it like CTA. Okay, now select the text and set the label. Okay, now you can see here the text will change. Now it convert in CTA. Okay, so boolean. Boolean, like we can hide or show the option. So boolean we apply on icon. So I am applying a boolean for left and right icon. First I define the left. So I define the name as left icon on. Okay, and I have also defined the right icon, which is not right now visible, but I define, like I hide false to value. Okay, so to set the variable, how we can apply. So in appear section there are option, the apply the variable. So here we can see the both option has left icon, so I define it. Next option is instance swap. So for instance swap, I have already four icon in section, and first of all I create component for each icon. Okay, so let's define component one by one. Select each icon and convert in component. Okay, the section name I change icons. Okay, now go in asset. The first icon is the arrow left, so I just drag and drop here. Okay, now I am defining here the instance swap. So click on the instance swap, define the name icons, pick the value, like the folder name in library, the folder name is icon. So I select the first. Here are option, you can select all the icons which you want to swap. Okay, so just select all and close it. Create properties. Okay, so this is the value icons, and it's defined the instances. Okay, so now how this icon will work in our component. So first of all we just copy this instance and paste here. You can delete older one. Okay, change the color of icon, and you can see here the selected icon, there are option to define the variable. So I select the icons here. So now it's defined. Okay, the variable, I am changing the color. Same I copy paste here, same icon. Just copy and paste here. Delete older one. Okay, so now our icon instance swap apply. Now just copy and paste the button outside of component. just copy the button and paste outside. Okay, so this is our button that have all the property. Look at the right side, there are option icon label. Second one is icon, so I am changing this, so you can see here the button change its shape. Okay, and next here we have option to change the label, so we can change the name of button. And there are option to change the icon too, so we can easily change icon which we prefer to show there. Okay, so now it's turn to make a different state. So I select the component, increase the height, just select both the button, copy and paste. Okay, now I am changing the color, so that we easily recognize the effect. Okay, okay, so button have four stages. First default, second hover, focus press. So I change the color and set according that. Now we have a four state, so we only define the type. Okay, so now it's time to define the state. Just select. So first is default, right? Second is hover, so define the name hover. Third is focus. And last one is press. Okay, so also check the type, icon label, icon, define, set the same label. Okay, so now we have only two type, icon plus label. Second is icon. Now select the button which we already place outside of component. Now we can check here, there are two variant. First is type, there are two option, icon, label, and second is state, where we can see the four option, default, hover, focus, press. If we change the state we can see the impact. Okay, we have option to change the text, and last one, option to change the icon. Okay, so this is the component property. Thanks for watching.